This is your Barbados Today Evening News Update for Friday, December the 14th. Thanks for joining us. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Just weeks after being laid off, some of those public sector workers are set to be re-employed. Over the next 15 months, about 200 workers will be employed to build the new headquarters of the Port Authority at Fontebelle. Word of this from Minister of Maritime Affairs and the Blue Economy, Kirk Humphrey, following the groundbreaking ceremony of the $20 million project at the former home of the party stand. He told reporters that contractors have given preference to workers who were retrenched under the International Monetary Fund approved Barbados Economic Recovery and Transformation Program.
I did mention that there are going to be about 200 or so persons employed at different stages of the actual building, which is good because we're always looking for ways to employ people. And in our conversations with CCL, we made it clear, and they were more than willing to do it, that some of the persons who were retrenched from a lot of the government agencies should be given first priority and the capacity to work as part of the promise that the Prime Minister made that we would be re-employing the persons who were sent home. And so a number of persons who would have been laid off would be working on this project.
Attorney General Dale Marshall fends off criticism that government is moving too quickly to change the nation's laws. He made the comments as Parliament sought to repeal the International Business Companies Bill. Now, lawmakers have been debating 11 of 14 pieces of legislation that will make it compliant with the country's commitment to the Organization of Economic Cooperation and Development. The AG told the House the government will not be letting up since the new administration has to meet several deadlines to save the country.
Nobody is going to give us a handout, and exactly what we're looking for, other territories are looking for as well. This Barbados Labour Party has taken a major step to safeguard Barbadian enterprise, to safeguard Barbadian economies. And while the entities in the offshore sector will now have to pay a little higher tax, for the local companies, their tax is being slashed from 35% to 5.5%. And Mr. Speaker, if they are not happy about that, then I don't know that there's much that they could ever be happy about. I commend these pieces of legislation. The Honourable Minister has given notice, not in the formal parliamentary sense, but he's given notice that there are 3 other statutes that are here. I know that members both of this House and of the other place will have some concerns about the speed with which these things have been done, but we have no choice. We have to meet a deadline of December 31st, sir.
Reverend John Rogers is Barbados' newest senator. This morning, the 45-year-old rector of the St. John Anglican Church was sworn in as an independent senator by Governor-General Dame Sandra Mason. The brief ceremony took place at Government House before Senator Rogers' mother Mona, wife Cheryl, and daughter Safia, Clerk of Parliament Pedro Eastman, and Deputy Clerk Beverly Gibbons. Senator Rogers has replaced newly named Anglican Bishop of Barbados, the Reverend Michael Maxwell. He told reporters he was grateful.
I wish to express my sincere gratitude to Her Excellency for the confidence vested in me and for affording me the opportunity to serve the nation at this level. I believe I'll have to get my feet wet first to see all that it entails, but certainly I'll be bringing the years of expertise in the various fields which I've studied to bear on the matters that will be coming before me.
How are you planning to balance this with your church responsibilities?
Well, the church in her wisdom gave me an assistant curate just recently, so that will help me very much in terms of balancing my work at St. George and in the rural deanery of St. John.
In other news now, police destroyed illegal drugs worth millions of dollars this afternoon. Assistant Superintendent Peter Gibson spoke to reporters at the location.
This afternoon we are burning 60 kilos of cocaine and 897 pounds of marijuana. The cocaine has a street value of $1.9 million and the cocaine has a street value of $2.9 million and the marijuana $1.9 million. This is seizures from all throughout the country, and we have some seizures through the port and entry, and also seizures as a result of exercises carried out at sea by the Marine and Coast Guard personnel. So basically that is it, that we are destroying this amount of drugs this evening because all the cases have been adjudicated. Some actually too were found drugs that we are destroying.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Welcome back with news from the region now. In Guyana, to be exact, despite criticism from the opposition about crime, Prime Minister Moses Nagamutu says he is satisfied with the strides made to reduce the problem. Here are the details from Javon Vickery of HGP-TV Nightly.
The Prime Minister asserted that despite the views of the opposition as it relates to Guyana's national security, it should be noted that the force accomplished a decrease in crime. He stated that the figures presented to Parliament illustrating the decrease in crime are credible. He said the work of the force to decrease crime is proven numerically, and as such he urged the law enforcement agents to remain focused.
Every sane person in Guyana would tell you that the incidence of serious crimes has dropped. And therefore I give kudos to the leadership and the police force for having worked diligently to produce this result. And as I said, the battle is not over. You still have a few days more of Christmas, and that number could, in fact, jump.
And on the international scene in the U.S., Michael Cohen, the former personal lawyer to President Donald Trump, maintains that Trump ordered the payment of hush money to two women shortly before the 2016 U.S. presidential election and knew that doing so was wrong. Cohen told the ABC program Good Morning America that he was directed by Trump to make the payments of $150,000 to former Playboy model Karen McDougal and $130,000 paid to adult film star Stormy Daniels.
He may be facing 3 years in prison, but Michael Cohen says that now he's free from Donald Trump. He's free to speak his mind.
I have my freedom.
In an exclusive interview with ABC News' George Stephanopoulos, Trump's former attorney said that, contrary to what the president says, Trump did direct him to help silence his alleged mistresses late in the presidential campaign.
First of all, nothing at the Trump Organization was ever done unless it was run through Mr. Trump. He directed me to make the payments. He directed me to become involved in these matters. I just reviewed the documents in order to protect him. I gave loyalty to someone who truthfully does not deserve loyalty.
He was trying to hide what you were doing, correct?
Correct.
And he knew it was wrong?
Of course.
Cohen was sentenced to 36 months for campaign finance violations and other financial crimes and 2 months for lying to Congress. Trump's orbit is casting Cohen as a liar, but he says his story is backed up by Robert Mueller's investigation.
The special counsel stated emphatically that the information that I gave to them was credible.
And the publisher of the National Enquirer admitted it paid money to a former Playboy model to prevent her from going public with allegations of an affair with Trump with the intent of influencing the 2016 race.
The president was clear that he directed no one to do anything wrong, particularly Michael Cohen. He's been clear on this.
The strategy from the White House and its allies seems to shift between denying Trump directed Cohen to downplaying the crime itself. Trump's lawyer Rudy Giuliani told the Daily Beast, quote, "Nobody got killed, nobody got robbed. This was not a big crime."
And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper email updates or like us on Facebook. and sign up for breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We are also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. Now, you can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3. I'm Emmanuel Joseph. Have a fantastic weekend.